Hey guys, what is going on? It's Fen here again. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about animation, because if you guys have been viewers for the past about 4 months, you will know that I've been working on a Minecraft Machinima, and it's been start and stop quite a few times because I just don't have the time to do it. But considering I don't have much content to put out because I'm waiting for Mr. Pandaria to release, and you've pretty much seen all the other games, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to start basically putting more effort into the Machinima, because I really want to get it off the ground, and I want to do this because I want to basically learn more about the tools that I use in terms of non-game related stuff, such as my graphics and my 3D design and stuff like that. And I've never done animation before, and so this is a really good opportunity to actually start learning. Perhaps it won't be that great, but it'll be something, I hope. And I'm really excited, and I want to show you guys today basically the progress that I've made so far. Basically, with this type of thing, you've got to think of a story, you've got to think of the characters. Am I going to be putting voice actors in there? Because I can't voice act for shit, so I'm definitely not going to be doing it. And there's just so many things to take into consideration when doing something like this. The major thing is, how long is it going to be? Now, I already know I want to put this into multiple episodes. So the first episode will be a few scenes, the next episode will be a few scenes, and it's basically a story for you guys to follow. And I think that'd be really good, instead of just making one shot about something. So I'm a bit ambitious at the minute. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but we will find out. So let's get into it. I'm using Cinema 4D here, and you might even be able to guess what the story is going to be about, depending on if you're creative or not. But basically, what I have so far is a squid, and I've basically rigged this squid up. I didn't know how. Well, I knew how to rig, but the tentacles were excuse me, and the technicals were a bit tricky to actually figure out. And so I had to do a lot of research, a lot of playing around, and now the technicals actually work really well. So I'm just going to grab all the goals here and actually play with these. As you can see, they actually do move around, which is quite cool, and we can scale these out in order to basically bring them out and whatnot. It's really cool. I kind of really like it. And if we want to basically affect individual ones, then we just basically select the individual ones. So perhaps it's this one here, and I want him to bring his leg out. So I'm going to bring his leg out like so, and there's a leg. And if I wanted to do that to the next one, I could also do this. I could bring it out a bit, could maybe move it up, and actually pull it behind his other leg, like so. And it does get a little bit tricky with the viewport and whatnot, but I guess it comes down with experience on how to actually do this. So I've been using Cinema 4D for quite a while, so I'm pretty confident with it. As you can see, there we go. And if we want to just reset him, then we just have to grab all the goals here and just reset them back to 0. Now there's a command to reset the PSI, which that's kind of screwed it up. Actually, I don't want to do it with them ones. It's the actual goals one I need to reset. Oh no, it's not. Let me think here. So we've got all these. They're fine. Let me just actually, did I even add that to this? I'm just going to do a lot of undos. And you see, this, I haven't added the reset PSI. I'm going to teach you something here. If this is the default position that you always want your character to be in, I want him always to be in this character. I'm going to go to the coordinates of the master goals, which is basically removes everything. So I'm going to go to this, and I'm going to go to the coordinates. I'm going to go to freeze transformation. I'm going to freeze all. That means everything is zeroed out now. So the rotation is 0, the scale is automatically 1, and the position is 0, 0, 0. So now if I move this guy in weird ways like this, and then I just basically reset him to 0 and 0. Oops, 0. And then he's going to basically reset. Now you can actually do this by resetting the PSR, which it's actually in the tool somewhere. I know you can find it. I think it's character. Is it down here? Character builder, nope. Commands. there we go, reset PSR. So there's two ways of doing it. I normally have this as an icon, but I don't currently have it out because I've reset the my custom layout. But basically, if you've got characters, commands, and reset PSR, PSR is basically representing position, scale, and rotation. So it'll do it automatically for you instead of typing them in. So that's one thing. Now, I was looking at this character and I'm thinking, okay, so I've got the legs. The legs work really cool. The legs are very dynamic, and you can see the bones in here as well. These are all the bones. It's all rigged up. It's all bound to the mesh and whatnot. I've got some controllers in there, so everything's looking fine. But then I look at the face and I'm thinking, this guy is not very memorable. He's just a squid basically, and I want the characters to have some feeling. I want them to have some character, a personality, and it's very important in animation to have your characters feel like they're an actual character and not just a still object really. And that's where this came in. I basically took this guy, pasted him into a new folder, so I've always got an original, and basically what I added to this guy was actually some eyes. Now you probably can notice if I actually bring these two in together, if I just reset this and copy this, and I'll come over to here, whoops, and paste him in and bring him over, you can see the difference between these. You can see this one on the left has a lot more character to his face. It looks a lot more alive than the plain texture that you have on this guy, where he just looks like dopey-eyed and not very interesting. So I'm really happy with the way it's turning out so far. Is looking really, really cool. And basically, the way I did it is I just added some cuts into the actual texture, and then I extruded it in. I coloured in the rims that basically came in the default colour, because whenever you make a new selection, however, like if I do here and extrude and basically bring it out, you'll see it's all grey because you're just basically extruding the original texture. So I had to obviously add the colour in there just so it looked like it blended in. And then I added the eyes controllers. So here we've got the squid face, we've got the eyes, and then we've got the legs all connected to the head, because wherever the head moves, we want the legs to follow. And on this one you can see it's a little bit more complex. We've got a lot more controllers to move around. These are actually not the wrong ones. We need this here. Come out of face mode and then click this, and this is basically going to remove everything. This is the master null, and then we've got the feet here that I've added as well, just a big controller that we can actually click visually. It's the same thing as the other one, and these have all got their reset PSRs. As you can see, everything is 0, 0, 0, even though they're not in the world 0, 0, 0. If you don't understand the world 0, 0, 0, if we make a new box, this is at world 0, 0, 0. So if we move it into a position that we want, so we're going to give him a big hat like this, and then if we do again, we freeze all the transformations. The position and stuff is still there, but it's set to 0, 0, 0, even though it's not in the 0, 0, 0 world space. So that's a very nice way of actually just having controls and whatnot in places that you want them. So basically what I did with his eyes is I basically added the HUD UI here. Now you can do this with Espresso, but I'm not very in depth with Espresso because it's more of node based, and it does require some coding as well. But basically I've just dragged out the HUD from the pose morph. As you can see here, everything here is basically on the screen, just so it's visual. And basically you've got the eye, we've got right, and left, so we've got vertical and horizontal movement. Now you can actually combine these if you wanted to, but I like to do it individually, so I've got a lot more control over them. So if I want to move his right eye vertically, I can. There we go. So 50% is center, and 0 is top, and 100% is bottom. So we can actually make him look a little bit cockeyed here if we basically just do the opposite. Like that. He looks a bit confused. So that's really cool. And if I just put these roughly around 50, just roughly around 50, and then we can make his eyes smaller so it looks kind of shocked, or we can make his eyes bigger so it looks kind of like a little puppy dog. He's like, So that's really cool. And if we put these back down to 0, he's got his normal eye size. Now you can add stuff like 2D vectors where you get like a little square box and you get a little plus sign where you can move around and his eyes will move in that direction. That's a little more advanced and I'm not there yet. I'm just going on basically what I know just to get this moving, because you know it's going to take a while because there's so much to learn and so much to do. Animation itself takes a while. I've got all the textures down here. Now, if you guys want to know anything about this, like how to texture a character, how to model a character, how to rig a character, all that kind of stuff, how to import your Minecraft builds into Cinema 4D, then let me know in the comments and I will be sure to make a tutorial for you guys, because it's always nice to do something a little bit different now and again, and I'm really happy about this. I'm excited to do it, and I haven't been excited to do anything in quite a long time, so yeah. That's basically the squid. Now, I've got a boat here as well, and basically if it will transfer over, there we go. This is basically a boat scene that I've been working on. I basically took this straight from Minecraft. I built it in Minecraft, and I find it a lot easier to build in Minecraft just because it's so easier to basically get your ideas across rather than in a 3D program, especially when they have to be made out of blocks. Some people do it differently. I do it this way, and that's fine. Now, you might be looking at the scene and thinking, what the hell is going on? You've got some water over there, but this guy's not in water. Well, I'm using a floor, and basically this just it's an infinite floor, basically. So, regardless of it not being over here, when we render it out, which I will show you in a second, you will see that it's basically the same thing. As you see, we've got a render here already. Now, currently it's on progressive rendering, which basically means the quality that you see now will be kind of bad, but over time it will progressively get better and better and better. Now, the reason I use this instead of just a normal render out is because I can see quite clearly how the shadows are interacting, how blurry the water is, how the boat is positioned, is it good, is it bad. So it gives me a quite fast visualization of what's going on, rather than just waiting 20 minutes until it's fully rendered out, or like that game where you get little, I think it's called catchphrase, where you basically get little squares that disappear and you've got to think what it is and buzz in the right answer. That's what it reminds me of. So I do like to use the progressive render. As you can see, we've got infinite water. Now, this water is kind of bad. It's not the 100% water that I want. Water itself is going to take a while to figure out, because do I want it Minecraft water, which is this is kind of like Minecraft water, or do I want it a lot more see-through, or do I want it realistic water? You know, all these things come into play. And basically what I've got here is I have two boats. These are basically boats that I've just copied and pasted from the originals. Now, I've got two originals. Let me delete these two just so I can show you. Now, when I'm working on different positions and seeing how things look, I kind of want to save the originals, so the position and everything is basically the default. So I do copy and paste these. So I'm actually just going to delete these and bring back the two originals. Now, the two originals are in the exact same place. And the reason we have two originals is because one of them is a single block boat, which is this one here, the boat full. So if I want to select individual elements of this, it's going to select everything, which is good if you're basically want to save up on memory and whatnot, because they don't have to calculate every single block, which is cool. But however, if I wanted to add dynamics to this, I wanted to break down the vast and all that kind of stuff, the sails, maybe some of these fences and whatnot, then I want individual blocks, such like this. So every single block on this is an individual block. So this is an individual block, this is, even these, everything is an individual block. And it's really nice to have something like that, just because it looks like you could actually add dynamics to these and have these fall over. However, if I wanted to just connect these and have this entire thing fallen over, I can always add it into a null object or current state object, and everything will be dandy. I have a fully structured piece here, but because it's Minecraft and all blocks, I'm going to kind of have it in the block fashion. So that's really cool, and that is why I have two blocks. And if you want to know how to import it, so you have individual blocks and one solid block, I didn't just merge all these together, I imported them differently, then let me know in the comment section below. So basically, guys, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. So just to finish this off, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here in the boat section, and then I'm going to basically have this guy, sticking out of the water. Let's go to our boat actually. Which one do we want? We want the full boat, that's fine. And then let's go to a different perspective because we need to kind of position our squid. Now this isn't anything fantastic or anything, I'm just playing here. So if we bring the squid up and we need to kind of move him because he's kind of in the center at the minute. We want him to be at the front of the boat, which is here. There we go, we've got him in sight. And we want to, of course, rotate him. There we go. And there he is, basically. And if we just bring him down a little bit. And if I add the Minecraft water to this, just quickly... actually, I can just duplicate this one and delete that. And basically turn off the reflection, turn off the displacement. And this is the original water, so I'll add the water. Then I'll add the transparency as well, which is the alpha map. And basically, let's go to my desktop, and I've got all my Minecraft textures here. Now, these are taking me ages to actually get, and I've still not finished. I've got tons of them to cut out, but these are all the individual ones that I have so far. I didn't download these or anything. I made them myself from the original terrain.png in your Minecraft folder. So make sure you go there if you are looking for these. The other thing you've got to do is basically cut them out and save them individually, which is a pain in the ass. So this is the one we need. It's the alpha. I save them all as a PNG, so the same file has the actual color data, which is diffuse, and the alpha, which is the transparency data. So now if we actually put this on top of our floor and delete our other one, you'll see you get a completely different view of this. I will just actually zoom in here like this and just give you guys a little view of it. And if we render this out, we'll see it quite fast because it is progressive rendering. So it renders out quite fast, very blurry and whatnot, but you still get an awesome representation of what you're actually going to get, lighting, shadows, etc. So I really like it. I mean, the boat's not done. I still got to add the circle thing here, which basically allows you to control the boat. Need to animate the door and stuff like that. But overall, I think the boat is coming along nicely. And here we go. We've got a little octopus dude chilling in the water next to that. And as you can see, the water looks kind of better. You can actually see in the water, but there's no real reflections. So, you know, I'm still working on the water, like I said, but you can see under the boat now, which is really nice. And yeah, everything just looks really, really cool. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, just a little show of what I'm working on. If you've got any questions, make sure you leave a comment about it. If you've got any advice, again, leave a comment about it. If you kind of like this stuff on the channel, then let me know as well, because I don't want to put this stuff on my channel if you guys don't like it, because then I'll just make a new channel and post this content on there instead. But generally, if you guys like this on my main channel, then let me know, please, and I will catch you in the next episode. I'm not sure when the next one of these will be out, but yeah, so thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure you leave a thumbs up, let me know you care, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.